Hi guys and welcome to another vlog. As you all know, the motorcycle segment is expanding and how? With so many choices, new bikes being launched, old ones being updated, but are there any motorcycles which shouldn't be on sale today? Well, I certainly feel so for at least 4 models. But before I get going, make sure to click on the like button as if you are thumbing the starter. And also subscribe to the channel. Don't you forget to follow me on Instagram to never ever miss any of my crazy updates. Number 4. On sale since quite a long time without getting any comprehensive updates whatsoever. The Avenger is a city cruiser. But who cruises in the city and what exactly does a city cruiser do? The original idea of the Avenger was great, but Bajaj has failed to capitalize on it and continues to give it minuscule updates time and again. A proper rival to the Royal Enfield Classic 350 was expected, but the Avenger wasn't Bajaj's vehicle of choice for the same, as they chose the Dominar 400 instead.
First gear 50, second gear 70, third gear, come on, how much do you got?
Number 3. A motorcycle that looks this sporty but barely manages to hit the ton. The KTM RC125 is all show and no go, making sense in Europe only, where license requirements for beginners lets them ride a 125cc bike only. I get it, KTM wants to offer a cheaper bike, which the Duke 125 does quite well. The RC125 just feels overpriced and unnecessary in front of the Yamaha R15. More so with the first generation RC platform still on sale even after 6 years with no comprehensive updates. Wake up, KTM.
First gear 40, second gear 55, third gear 74. So as you can see, performance is nothing to write home about because this motor doesn't seem to have much of a punch.
Number 3. If Johnny Bravo was a motorcycle, this would be it because both seem to have skipped leg day. The Suzuki Intruder is a great way to spoil the legacy of an established high displacement motorcycle brand by launching a cruiser shaped bike with a puny 150cc heart. This bike looks unnecessarily heavy and also quite obnoxious, but who am I to judge? Because no one buys it anyway, at least I haven't seen one yet.
Motor headlines at 10,000 RPM.
And on the top of this list is a very important motorcycle as it changed the game in its era, the Bajaj Pulsar 220. It is being unnecessarily dragged and is way past its prime. More so when Bajaj has the fantastic Pulsar NS200 that not only packs in superior hardware but is also faster and better handling for a fraction more money. I guess fairing is the sunroof for bikes as it can make an inferior product sell, but here it seems to have caused more harm since the 220 ate the NS200, which meant we Indians didn't get a third generation Pulsar yet. Slow clap.
7 reasons why you shouldn't be buying a Pulsar 220.
Meanwhile, buyers seem to be preferring the 220 because 220 is greater than 200 and higher the number, the better it is. No?
And off we are. Red lines all the way till 11,000 RPM, but in the top end there's so many vibrations. I can feel the vibrations on the pegs, I can feel it on the handlebar, I can feel it on the seat as well. My ass is vibrating, that's the level of vibrations on offer. The fairing is rattling.
I could have made this video with 10 bikes too, but I decided to skip the likes of the Honda Click, 500cc Royal Enfields and a lot more because with BS6 norms coming into play, many motorcycles have been discontinued, including the aforementioned ones. Thank you for being with me on this vlog, and if you are still here, I would love to read your list of unnecessary bikes too. Ciao.
Wow! The locals must know we're coming. They left the lights on.
Okay, this looks like the perfect spot to set up the festival.
Fortune Island is a go.